Do you like my shirt, everyone? I feel like a really fancy bird. Like they'll add some nice like drama and in flinging the products that I don't like. I'm not actually gonna fling the products. That would make a giant mess, and I already do that enough. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys some products from the drugstore that they didn't work for me. They just didn't work for me. It didn't excite me, it was like streaky, the formula was bad, it didn't wear well. All those kinds of things, because who doesn't want to hear about this kind of a video right before Christmas? But I have like a little collection drawer like back here of stuff, and I felt like, well, I might as well just sit down with you guys and share with the stuff so you don't go out and spend your money on products that they don't work really well. But as with all of my regrets, if these products work really well for you, that is awesome. Leave me some tips and tricks in the comments section. Maybe there's some tricks to using these products that I don't know about, so share them down below, or if you don't like these products too, let me know. And I think what I'll do also is with each product that I share with you guys that I didn't like, I'll also share a product from that particular brand that I do really like, because, you know, I gotta balance the negativity somehow. So I hope you guys like this video and find it helpful. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, let's get into this. Ooh, it adds some drama to my whole like intro thing too. Oh, that's fun. And the first product I want to share with you guys is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Powder. It has a mattifying regular powder on the bottom, and on the top it's this like glittery highlight, so that's split into, it's very, very faint, so you can't really tell unless you look at it up close. But up here is the highlight and down here is the powder, and you mix it all together and you put it all over your face. In theory, I like the whole concept in making everything a little bit more dewy and glowy, except this highlight, like, you can see the glitter like reflecting off of all of my lights, let alone when you put it all over your face. I think this would be a lot better if there was like a band of highlight in the middle, sans glitter as per usual. Like, nobody wants glitter all over their face unless you're in a dance competition or Halloween. Maybe going out at night, but for like daily use, like not so much. But a nice subtle highlight in the middle, and then on either side have the regular powder. I think that would be a lot better. Then it's not too much highlight, it's mostly powder, but you get a nice subtle sheen. I feel like that would be the way to go with this product, but this, as it stands, did not work for me. A product I do really like from this line is their Pro Glow Concealer. It has a nice medium to full finish. It is nice and airy light. I love the consistency of it. It blends out super smoothly underneath the eyes in particular. That's the one area where I always judge concealers, because that area creases really, really quickly for me, and I find it doesn't with this particular one. If you have really dark under eye circles, definitely need to do a color corrector first before you put that on. But in terms of the consistency, is amazing all over the face. It has a very neutral undertone, which I also really appreciate, and yeah, that's one I really like. Next up is a mascara. This is from Rimmel. It is their Wonderfully Real mascara with keratin in it. The mascara itself is okay. It's not the greatest one I've ever used. It's not like horrific either, but what really irritates me about this one is it talks about it being very like nice, full, but very everyday lashes, and then in the next bullet point it's like really bold, over the top, dramatic volume, and I'm like, you can't have it both ways, Rimmel. You gotta pick a lane. It was a little bit flaky under the eyes for me. It didn't give me the drama that I was anticipating based on what they had said on here, but it also wasn't very like soft, fluffy, everyday lashes either. I don't know. I didn't understand what they were going for with this mascara, and it didn't really wow me in any way. What I do like from Rimmel is their Match Perfection Loose Powder. Ignore the top. I use it a lot. It's just a really nice, soft, lightweight, extra finely milled powder that sets everything beautifully and gives a nice velvet look to the skin, and it comes with its own little velour puff type thing. Well, I don't know if this is a velour puff. It's just like a nice, it's a good solid puff, better than like normal drugstore puffs that are just like kind of stuck in there. This one has a little band on it, so it makes it easier to hold on to, and I love these kind of puffs for putting on powder. I think it just sets everything so much nicer. So yeah, this I do really enjoy. Next up is an eye primer. This is from e.l.f. and it is their Matte to Metal Eye Primer. So the whole premise behind this is that it's supposed to give a nice metallic sheen, so whether you put a matte shadow on top or a metallic, doesn't matter. It's going to give a nice metallic look to your eye look. And that wasn't my experience. It was just straight up glitter, and it would chunk up in certain areas of my eye and cling to one area and then not the other. I couldn't give a nice smooth finish, and then even if I put a matte shadow on top, it's not like it made it metallic. It just kind of sat on top of it, and that was it. That was it. A product I did really like from e.l.f., and this actually surprised me, is their Prismatic Highlighter Duos. It looks like this, and I didn't think I would go for something that's blue and purple in terms of a highlight, but it gives such a beautiful finish to the skin, and it's nice and creamy. It shows up, but not in a very obnoxious way. It's very buildable. It has some nice dimension to it too, so it's really pretty as a highlight, and then I also take it and put it in the inner corner of my eye, and it just ties the whole look together, I feel like, and I really like it. Next up is a product from Maybelline. This is part of their collaboration that they did with Gigi Hadid, and this is their tinted primer. And I'm sure if you watch other people on YouTube, you've heard enough about why these are terrible. Essentially, it is a tinted primer that is not actually a primer, but something you put on just in where you want to contour your face, and then you put foundation on top. So I tried that first and putting it sort of in the contours of my skin, but it was very streaky, it was very orange, and there are, to my understanding, 2 different shades. One is light medium and the other one is medium dark. Just very orange. I even tried it just as an overall primer because I'm like, maybe that's how you can use it and it works really well. No, not so much. It did give me a really nice Oompa Loompa vibe though. The formula overall for this was a huge miss for me, and since we're also talking about this brand and this collaboration, another product that I didn't like from it was their strobe creams. Sorry, liquid strobes. They have 2 different shades, gold and what they call iridescent. Iridescent is very pink. It is pink. It's just pink. And again, it showed up very streaky on my skin. I couldn't get it to really blend on top of my foundation very well, and it didn't go on well on top of powder. I didn't like it. Also, these products are so much more expensive than any other product that Maybelline sells. Like, I don't understand. But what I did like from that collaboration are the lipsticks. These are the traditional Maybelline lipsticks formulation, which are gorgeous, very pigmented and rich and creamy. They go on beautifully on the lips. The color selection is amazing. I love them. And they're like, I think maybe $1 more than the other lipsticks that are available, like not much more in terms of the price tag. These are 2 of the shades here. This is Austin and this is McCall. Very flattering on the skin. Actually, McCall kind of matches my outfit. I should have worn that one today. But yeah, these are beautiful. Now onto a product that I have actually talked about as really liking and really enjoying, and now I have to talk about it in more of like a negative perspective, which I'm very sad about. It is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Liquid Highlights. These are the Halo highlighters. There are 6 different shades, and 2 in particular I want to talk about because having used them more, and I don't know how I didn't catch it before, but once they dry down, and especially in direct sunlight, they are so glittery. Halo Goodbye probably has to be the most glittery for me. I actually tried to combine it with my primer or my foundation, and it just ended up looking like glitter all over my skin. I was like, I tried using it just as a highlight. Again, it would dry down to just be super glittery. I've used it as like an eyeshadow, which is pretty. That looks really good. And I don't find it to be an issue with some of the other ones. The really light duochrome one, I have no issues with. Some of the darker shades, same thing. But this one in particular, so glittery. So I was wrong. I take full responsibility for that, and I'm sad because they're so beautiful once you swatch them on the skin, and I thought it would be like a really good dupe for some of the Cover FX ones. See what I mean? Like, it's so pretty and like reflective and gorgeous, but again, dry down, it's just glitter city. Like, look how pretty this is. So angry right now. A product I do really like from their new launches is the Color Icon eyeshadow palette. The great thing about these is that they have 2 transition shades, a lighter shade and a darker shade, and then they have some mattes and some shimmers in the middle, and they all sort of complement each other. They have one that is like an exact dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It's crazy. I did a whole video on that, doing half of my face with one and half of my face with the other to show you guys. They do take a little bit more work to blend, just putting it in direct comparison to the ABH palette, but they are beautiful quality, very pigmented, and yeah, I really like them. Next up is a new product. This comes from L'Oreal, and this is the True Match Lumi Highlighter Palette. It's a quad of 4 different highlight shades. We have some darker ones, some lighter ones, and I found them like not to be pigmented like at all. They're chalky and dry and dusty and just like didn't show up on my skin like at all. It was really bizarre. Did not like the quality of this at all. I was super disappointed. However, one of the products that they have launched recently that I'm like absolutely obsessed with are their Infallible Longwear eye pencils. this stuff, like on the waterline, I'm like, no joke guys, probably one of my top 3 pencils ever. I'm wearing it on the tight line right now. It has not budged. It does not budge. You have to take it off with like a cream based or an oil based makeup remover, and it does such a phenomenal job at staying put. Apparently they have a nude one as well as a purple one as well. The ones that I tried out were the gray, a teal blue, and the black. Black goes on very creamy and smooth. The blue one, while it does show up, it takes like a while to get it to like go onto the waterline. I did a whole video on this one as well. I'm doing like a full face of testing out some of these new products, so you can check that out if you're interested in seeing it. Gorgeous on, but takes some work. This one doesn't take any work, and it is amazing, guys. Next up is a mascara. This comes from CoverGirl, and this is their Peacock Flare Mascara. It is a very interesting wand in that it has tons of bristles in these strips all the way around it, and it's supposed to give you lots of length, lots of volume, and no clumping. And I just found that my lashes didn't hold the product very well. It just didn't wow me in any way. It was kind of clumpy. It didn't deliver on the length that I was expecting. It didn't give me this flared out kind of effect to the lashes either. I just wasn't super impressed with it. One product that I am in love with from CoverGirl is their CoverGirl Olay Serum Primer. It is one of my go-to primers. When I want to have a good skin day, that's one of my go-tos. It is incredible. It just sinks into the skin. All of my makeup sits smoothly on top. It fills in any fine line areas, pores, and it makes everything a nice smooth canvas to work off of. It stays put all day. It's a great, great primer. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like these whole product regret videos that also have some like positive products in there too and recommendations. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And that is everything. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah!